Welcome in, guys. Cheers. This one's fruity today. Okay. Ask your questions. We'll draw that energy into the tea. I'll pull some cards before we get started. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to this new tea company that I'm using. They're so cute. Check it out. I love all of their bottling and packaging. Sustainable, eco-friendly. So it's Pixie Doodle Farms, and then I bought their whole chakra set because so cute. This is for the fourth chakra, a blend of calendula, rose, elderflower, and mullein. It's good for the heart, lungs, and immune system. Of course, it's all organic. Okay. Boop. Hold on to that, little buddy, for me. Let's make more magic. Oh, yeah. I'm Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions, where we make more magic. Woo! I do tarot cards and tea leaf readings. And sometimes for my shorts, I like to pull some runes. Soon I'll jump in on the trinket train. Even though I have like so many trinkets around my house, I don't need to buy anymore. I just need to collect them all. Okay, anyhow, let's get started. It is Witchy Wednesday, so I just do a general collective reading on Wednesdays. But I do like to incorporate the tea. So that just means that I'm not using any deck specifics. Like, you know, there's not specific love cards. There's not specific career cards. It's generalized. It's all tarot decks. And then if I choose an oracle deck or an angel number deck, it's just generalized. So we can get a full reading across the board for you guys. Ooh, that one's wanted to pop out. Somebody might be traveling. We've got the Three of Wands. Okay, there's like an overseas opportunity or something coming your way. All right, spirit guides, angels, higher selves. What does my collective need to know in the present position? We have the Six of Wands, but it is in our reversal. So maybe you're dealing with a private achievement, or like you don't feel right being open with this achievement, or you could have a lack of confidence around this, or maybe you wanted to get recognized for some sort of achievement, but there was a lack of that. I don't know. Hopefully we're not feeling like too unpopular because we are the cool kids, okay? I don't know, maybe you're like discredited for something. But this is a card of movement, and we got the travel card in the bottom of the deck. Maybe you don't know that you're traveling soon. Okay. Well, anywho, we are harmonizing these emotions and these circumstances. There's some healing here, since that's in our recent past. And what about our future placement? Yeah, exactly what I thought. We're in our resting contemplative stage. So maybe you've been called to retreat a bit. Go into meditation. Oh, you don't even know. Okay, so it's something hidden. It's like, maybe you don't even know that this is helping to heal you. If you've like started a meditative practice, or you've started, I don't know, just I've gotten back into yoga on a daily basis. So if you're doing something like that, any kind of renewal or recuperation, it's doing way more healing than you're thinking, since the card fell out of my hand. So it's like something unseen. Or this time of solitude and retreat from you or your specific person that you're thinking about is definitely doing its justice towards progress and stability, right? They're building a foundation. We like this. And it's through some kind of spiritual journey, since they are in a cathedral. You see the stained glass window in the back? Okay. And then for our future placement. Okay. It's crazy because I wanted to rotate this card up in a different manner, but I was like, no, let me flip it this way. And it came up in the reversal. So it's telling me that we're just not on the right track just yet, but it doesn't mean the complete opposite of the card's main meaning. So Three of Cups is normally a cup of community and happiness, like you guys are coming together, cooperating now. There's some kind of celebration, or we could potentially have a reunion, or maybe just some kind of collaboration. A better word will come to me for this. But since it is in the reversal, we possibly might be dealing with some overindulgence because they are all drinking and they've got the cups in hand through this isolation, which is ironic that we had these cards in the past and the present. So I'm thinking that if this is your specific person, or possibly you, maybe since it fell in the card, like we're supposed to be retreating for this renewal and healing in our time of solitude, but they might be dealing with a bit of overindulgence or like heavy partying, finally experiencing this independence and just, going a little bit overboard with it in this alone time. It says three's a crowd. There might be some gossip around that. So I don't know, somebody's having a little bit too much fun. I'm not judging. You can have your fun. Just know that some people might be talking about it. Okay. Again, there is expansion here. There's growth. This is like, you've got to go through these experiences to learn. That three's probably a crowd. Let's keep going. What is our at hand card? What is my collective dealing with this specific situation? Okay, yes, lack of confidence, lack of strength. They're doubting themselves, or you're doubting them yourself. We're feeling a lot of insecurities here, low energy. There's some raw emotions coming up for us. And we're dealing with a bit of pride, or like you're struggling with that pride and ego. Yeah, maybe we're feeling like lack of control, lack of power, and strength, since it is the strength card. And because we're dealing with that, we had these feelings of lack of confidence, recognizing that maybe it's like not the right people who are around you. You're feeling unpopular with the ones who really mean something to you, or vice versa. You might feel popular, but again, with the wrong crowd. Like you can't even really share your achievements or what really brings you joy and your passions with these people, because they're just potentially not your people. And that movement means like you've got to move past the stage. What we're supposed to be doing, right, the unseen, since it fell, is finding our foundation, progressing towards this power and strength, finding our stability within ourselves, in our external life, in this 3D world, but also internally in your spirit. And you're only going to do that through relaxation and meditation, right? Retreating in this time of solitude. But I still feel like right now we're just overindulging and seeking some kind of validation externally rather than doing this work inside. There might be some third-party situation here. Third-party situation doesn't necessarily mean that like somebody's getting cheated on, but it could mean that you can't move forward in love or business with your specific person because a family member is in the way, a friend is giving them the wrong kind of advice, or a job is taking precedence over the relationship. And again, any of these can be reversed as far as roles go. So if I mention masculine or feminine, or I'm talking about, you or them, then again, we can reverse those roles. Okay, yeah, but a lot of emotions. We've got water coming up, air, fire, double on the fire. But we're not like in our fire power because both of those cards are in reversal. Interesting. Okay, let's take some tea. So good. Keep asking your questions internally or externally so your energy can be pulled into the tea and the cards. I want to get some clarifiers on this with a second deck. That's how I like to do. I've got my cute little witchy deck. Check this out. Aren't they cute? For my Witchy Wednesdays. All right, what does the collective need to know? Can we get a little bit more clarity on this strength card in reverse for our situation? Are they like in self-doubt, dealing with some insecurities? Oh, this one flew out at me. The Fool. Okay, that does give me some more clarity. And it's in the upright position. Check her out. Wow. We've got two birds. I love this. One bird's flying high and the other bird seems to be flying away. Okay, so the Fool, you notice how she's got 1 foot off the ground and there's a boat sailing forward, right, in forward direction. That's always good because that's letting me know that even though the waters kind of look a little choppy, and waters always represent emotions, you're like taking a leap of faith. You're taking a step forward here, or somebody is, maybe your specific person. And there's still some indecision for sure with these two birds going in opposite direction. It's like one bird internally wants to fly away. One bird is like, no, we just got to jump. We got to take this leap of faith. We got to go for it. We know that this is what we want. This is what's going to bring that confidence back in. But we are lacking this courage, this passion to just fully take that leap onto this new journey, this new opportunity. That's what the Fool card is all about. So you might need, or your person might need, a little bit of persuasion or influence in order to find that internal strength and to focus on what really matters here. Because right now they're just dealing with some, raw emotions. They're having this internal struggle. But we love the Fool card. Hello, Faye. My baby girl, my angel baby. You want to say hi? Whoop. She's so like slinky, she just falls out. Hello. Okay, you're being a rag doll right now. Can we clarify the 6 of Wands in reverse? Excuse you, Page of Cups. We've got a confession coming in, and they've been wanting to give you this confession. Wow. And I love this card. It's like this person is in their creative energy, but you can't see what's on the canvas just yet. So that's telling me, and we got this cat looking back. So yeah, it's like one person is really thinking, like looking back, are they even thinking about me? Are they like, when are they going to come back in? When are they going to communicate with me? And it's just taking some time. They're getting creative with how they're going to send this message through. But the Page of Cups is always about some sort of message or confession coming in, having to do with some emotions. So as we know, our artists are very emotional beings, and they take their time to finish a creation, a project, right? A painting. I know, I like to paint, so I rarely ever finish paintings, but it does happen. I painted this up here, and I painted my, you can't see it over there, but here, I'll show you. I painted that one. Okay. Whoop. How do I put this back? There we go. So yeah, they're just taking their time figuring out a way of how they're going to get this message through to you. But they are definitely working on it, right? We've got this artist at it, working at it in the present moment. And we like this. And since it's actually in our past placement, but also clarifying over the mental placement, this is what they've been working on mentally. Like mentally, they're putting in this work of, I want to send this message. I don't know how yet. We're going to figure it out. But you, or if this person's representing you, the intuitive cat in the back is just thinking like, when are they going to come back in? When are they going to be finished with this? And figure it out, because yeah, the cat's looking at the artist. Okay, so that does, they're just feeling a lack of confidence. That's what's taking them so long, because again, it's clarifying over that Six of Wands in reverse. They're feeling like maybe wouldn't want them, right? The unpopular feelings that I was getting earlier. Maybe they're like, they can get better. I don't know. Do I want to even attempt that? Maybe they'll discredit what I'm saying because of the past situation, or I don't know. They're just thinking, they're thinking a lot, and they're contemplating on it currently with this Four of Swords, which is all about mentally, and that mental anguish is affecting them physically. But let's clarify over that. The Knight of Cups. You guys, this is about love. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Somebody is coming in with this message. And they're moving. They just needed this time of solitude. Check it out. It's almost like the cat can't hold on. I like this energy, because this cat back here is like, when are they going to freaking figure it out and come forward? And then this cat is like, oh my gosh, yeah, reaching towards these little bubbles of heart bubbles coming up out of the cup from the Knight. And notice, so I'm definitely getting Pisces energy here over the ocean with the shark underneath. And there's fish on his cape. And again, that doesn't mean that the Knight has to be the masculine. Roles can be reversed. We're talking about energy here. If you define it as the feminine or the masculine, doesn't matter if it's same-sex relationships. It's just that somebody is coming in with this message of love, of, recognizing that this is what they want. Arm forward, they're offering this cup. So yeah, they had been contemplating on sending this message of love, and they were working on those fears and insecurities. And even though they're lacking the strength, they are thinking like, I just need to take a leap of faith and go for the opportunity, this new journey, and then try it again. Or maybe that this is new love for some of you. And that shark underneath him just represents that, yes, there is still that fear there and those insecurities and the lack of control and like this Fool energy where they could literally just fall off the cliff into this water, fall off their broom into this water. But it's like now they're starting, because this is in the present position, now they're starting to realize like, I don't care. This is what I want. I want to come forward with this offering of love and my emotions, and I'm not even paying attention to that fear and insecurities underneath. And the other person is like, I feel like either going to be taken back by this, or like, you know how they say knocked off the broom, knocked off your seat. Maybe it just comes in fast or something like that. But they're reaching for it. So both people want this. I like it. They contemplated enough. This is what they're thinking. This is what they want, not just because that's in the present, and present represents physical. So physically, they are coming in to give this message. Remember I said traveling? Maybe they are literally have to like travel, fly to you to get this message to you. Maybe that was like their creative way of how they're going to get this message through to where you're actually going to receive it positively and not discredit it. Okay, anyhow. Clarifying the Three of Cups in the reversal. We've got the King of Cups. Are you kidding? All of these kings, they're finally stepping into this emotional clarity and recognizing that they're not just a page. They're not just a knight. Like, look at that growth. In the past, they were the page. In the present, they're the knight. And then in the future, they're stepping into this kinghood. They're finally taking this seat on the throne, recognizing like, whoa, I always had it in me. I could always be this kind of a partner, offer and provide this kind of stability emotionally, physically, financially. You know, the king's got it all. Yeah, and he's still offering the cup too. Look at the king in the card. Cup in hand. And that fish has abundance. Like that fish, or excuse me, that fish has abundance. Oh, well, yes, if we're talking about Pisces here, again, came up. I was going to say that cat has abundance. Look at the cat down here catching the fish. It's like the cat finally caught the Pisces. But in the typical Page of Cups, there's a fish coming out of the cup, like in the Rider-Waite deck. So they were the page, then they finally stepped into realizing that they have to be the knight, they have to come forward with this love offer, and then they finally realize once you offer this acceptance that they can provide to you. And this is like clarification at the bottom, because you're plentiful with fish, you're nurturing your partner, they're providing for your partner. Because look, it's the same exact cat too. That's so cool. This cat was like taken back and almost couldn't believe that they're coming in with this love offering, because they had been wanting these heart bubbles. And then now look at it, the cat is taken care of, provided for, gaining this abundance of life force and love, because the King of Cups, it's all about emotions and love, baby. Wow. Yeah, there's so much life within this ocean here. They finally learned how to control this ocean of emotions. Wow. Beautiful. It just took them a little bit of overindulgence and isolation to figure it out. Yeah, maybe they realized that 3 is a crowd with whatever third party energy was in there before, messing with the relationship. They needed to find their independence and have that alone time before coming into this king energy. Love it. Okay. Tea time again. Cheers one more time. I've got a few more sips. I'm like contemplating, should I pull some oracle cards and then we'll finish with the tea? I think so. Okay. Maybe I'll just pull a single. See how I feel. This is my Green Witches Oracle deck, and I'll read you what the little booklet says so you get the full interpretation rather than just a couple of words. What does this collective need to know? Their advice on this situation. What is the advice on this situation? Cup of tea. The advice is we're going to find it in the cup of tea. I love that. Patience. Reassessment. Reassess the situation, because it's coming back in and you're going to have to contemplate what you want to do. And if you're worried about like, when was this coming in with that Page of Cups, it's coming in. Be patient. I love this. So we got the cup of tea. Really? Are you kidding? Ah! Okay. That's super cool. I almost want to do tea as the part 2. So then you're forced to come back. I just saw 444 on the clock. It was 24:44. Maybe those numbers have some kind of significance. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Part 2. T. See you there.